You know, and I always called it that Fabio is going to win this fight by knockout because Fabio is stubborn bastard.
He's never lost.
That's insane.
He's got no chance of beating Justice Hooney after 6, 7, 8 rounds. No chance of beating Joseph Parker. But look what's happened.
Everyone was saying before this fight, oh, he's had no amateur experience. I mean, amateur experience. George Foreman had 11 amateur fights and won the gold medal. So it doesn't mean nothing, to be fair. You're a big, strong man, big game man, but done very well. So congratulations.
Fabio Wardley's on a great run of knockouts, right? Just knocking everyone out. Anybody put in front of me blows them out the water, whether it's early or whether it's...
Him in Australia, there's big fights for him over here. His profile went through the roof tonight. Everybody knows he's a world-class heavyweight. So yeah, you know, he took the risk here at 4 or 5 weeks.
Well, Fabio, he's good. He's really good. You know, he have a good character. His mentality is good, and he have a...
Duke McKenzie once praised Fabio Wardley as strong, mature, and composed. But when the lights hit and the pressure mounted, a different truth surfaced. On that night against Joseph Parker, Fabio wasn't in control. He was surviving. Parker dictated the pace.
In Fabio Wardley, you got a big, strong, mature man, not a boy, a mature man who knows how to go these rounds. Who goes into like rounds 9, 10, rounds 11 in big.
Landed the cleaner shots and exposed holes that hype alone couldn't hide. The stoppage wasn't a triumph. It was a lifeline. What many called composure was, in reality, desperation disguised as defiance. Frank Warren may paint Fabio's rise as a...
For Fabio, I mean, a guy who had no amateur experience whatsoever, 20 fights the number 2 in the world, as I was saying, in an unbelievable, exciting fight, and won the prize. And now fights the 4-time or the 4-belt holder in Alexandra Booth.
The Cinderella story, the untrained brawler who defied all odds. But fairy tales aren't built on luck and chaos. Fabio Wardley has no deep amateur pedigree, no foundation of technical mastery. His journey is defined
rounds as Fabio got here. And he showed incredible toughness and he stayed in the fight. But you know what he tried to do? He was always trying to win the fight. He was always trying to land a shot. And listen, you know, if it was anyone else, I'd be more gutted. But fair play to him, and it was just unbelievable.
By chaos and instinct, not calculation. Against Parker, he didn't win. He escaped. And if that same Fabio ever shares the ring with Oleksandr Usyk, a fighter who defines timing, rhythm, and surgical precision, his so-called equalizer punch won't even find a target. Eddie Hearn can spin it however he wants, selling grit and glory.
I thought Fabio probably needed a knockdown or a knockout, and he found it. He found it against Justice Hooney in the summer when he lost every round, pretty much, maybe bar one. This time he was better, Fabio.
But anyone who watched that fight saw panic in Wardley's eyes. He swung wild, desperate for that one big shot to rewrite the story before it ended. Toughness? Sure. But control? Never. Parker had him mentally.
He's a danger man all the way through, and he carries power, and he shows when he get guys that he can finish. So why can't he?
What made you believe in him early on?
You know what? He came and sparred. Just the way he moved, how awkward he was. I know he had this. He was like an elastic band. His punch power and the way he moved, and I just had a vibe from him. Me and him joked. I just had a vibe, and I told.
Cornered, tactically overwhelmed, until the referee's intervention turned survival into spectacle. Even Sky Sports' Adam Smith couldn't hide the obvious. Fabio needed a knockout because his skill wasn't enough. That's been his pattern since the beginning. Lose rounds, gamble every...
his will to win. He's got world-class balls, and he's got a world-class heart. He's a fighting man, and he believes in himself, and he knows that all the time he's in the fight, he can win. And that's what makes a champion. He never gives up on himself, because he had a hard fight. Joe got on top of him at times, doubling the left hook up, hitting him with the right hand, had him all over, he's reeling all over Fabio Wardley, but he bit down
everything on one punch and pray for luck. Against Parker, the cycle continued. Only this time, luck arrived in the form of a referee's whistle. To casual fans, it looked like heart. To real boxing purists, it was desperation wearing the mask of destiny. Dillian White.
Usyk.
the thing is, you can't doubt the guy now. Like, it's one of this, you can't doubt him. He seems to consistently pull off the upsets, and when you consistently do that, you become a champion. So, it sounds crazy now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls up.
Calls Fabio a danger man and a natural talent. But in truth, power alone doesn't equal greatness. Against Parker, Fabio was drowning. He wasn't outboxing or outsmarting. He was outlasted until controversy threw him a lifeline. Imagine that same chaos against Usyk. The Ukrainian maestro doesn't crumble under pressure. He dissects it. That awkward style that unsettles lesser men would crumble when met with pure technique. John Fury gave Fabio credit for heart, but heart doesn't win rounds when your face is a target. Parker had him stumbling, gasping, and one punch from collapse when the referee stepped in. That stoppage didn't protect a
his body shots were good. He was catching him with body shots, and I think he hurt him. And Joe's no slouch. I mean, he's a tough guy. He's on a roll. He's a former world champion. He's beaten, 3 or 4 of his last fights, all top 10 ranked fighters, and done it in style.
Champion. It preserved a myth. Usyk, a man who weathers storms without breaking stride, would expose Fabio's chaos within minutes. Hamza Shiraz tries to romanticize it, calling Wardley the man of upsets, as if fortune equals fate. But facts don't lie. Parker had that fight under control. The stoppage didn't confirm Fabio's greatness. It rescued his reputation. Pulling off upsets doesn't make you elite. It makes you opportunistic. Against Usyk, where skill reigns supreme, luck becomes useless. Even Frank Warren's praise feels hesitant. He compliments Wardley's body shots, but the subtext is clear. There wasn't much else worth mentioning. Parker dictated distance, tempo.
Oh man, I thought Parker was going to pull it out, but we all know Wardley has that punching power and equalizer, but that's boxing for you.
Did you agree with that stoppage in the 11th?
No, I thought he could win a little more because Parker was so swinging, but UK is known for making fights stop.
And flow. He was in charge. Those good shots Frank referred to were wild swings from a man running out of plans. Fabio's body language told the real story. Hesitation, panic, and an empty kind of confidence. When fighters like Parker or Usyk step inside the ring, they bring chessboard precision. Fabio brings a coin flip. Boxing doesn't reward hope, it rewards control. Wardley's success is inflated by a single moment of fortune, a headline born from controversy, not conquest. The fans see it. Frank Warren sees it. And deep down, Fabio sees it too. That stoppage didn't crown him, it covered him. Jarrell Miller said it plainly. Fabio didn't deserve that finish. The whole world saw it. Parker,
for me, the only thing that disappointed me about Parker was he threw it away. Because tactically, got his tactics all wrong. I know in heavyweight boxing, all heavyweights hit hard, but Fabio Wardley's on a great run of knockouts, right? Just knocking everyone out. Anybody put in front of me blows.
Was leading, dictating, punishing, and poised to close the show. Then, in one wave of confusion, the referee stepped in. That early stoppage robbed fans of closure and handed Fabio another miracle win. It wasn't power that ended the fight. It was protection, and that protection has followed him fight after fight. Against Usyk, there will be no early mercy, no whistle to save him, no home advantage. Usyk doesn't need chaos, he dismantles it. That night against Parker didn't show a warrior reborn. It exposed a man sheltered by circumstance. Duke Mackenzie's praise, when read carefully, feels more like confession. Fabio wins not through mastery, but through mayhem. Parker didn't fall to brilliance. He fell to confusion and the referee's mercy. Fabio's knockout streak isn't
an unbelievable fight, really. Ended up being a great fight. It wasn't one I was overly excited for, really. amazing, really. Amazing. So I thought Parker would win. I didn't really have any doubts Parker would.
The mark of dominance. It's a red flag. He thrives only when fights descend into disorder. Every so-called victory hides the same flaws: rigid movement, telegraphed punches, and panic when his power fails him. Against Parker, he was unraveling before fortune intervened. Against Usyk, there will be nowhere to hide. Champions like Usyk dismantle chaos. They don't lose to it. Duke McKenzie was right about one thing. Every heavyweight can hit, but not every heavyweight can think. Fabio's power is undeniable, but his IQ, his adaptability, his composure under duress are miles behind. Luck can win you nights, but not legacies. And luck always runs out when precision steps in. Dave Allen summed up what every unbiased viewer felt. Parker was the better man, sharper, cooler, and ahead where it mattered. Fabio's win wasn't earned, it was handed through.
On points, bro, crazy.
How did you have it?
I had him up, bro, convincingly. And awesome fight. Hey, science of the sport. This guy adapts. I knew it.
How did you know he was going to win? Why?
He's got too much ammunition. You know, southpaw, orthodox, on the back foot. That's what changes good from great, is knowing how to adapt. You know, back foot.
Through confusion. Boxing thrives on moments, but greatness thrives on control. Every time Fabio faces a technician, his rhythm breaks, his plan collapses, and fate, or a referee, steps in. That's not destiny. That's dependency. Allen didn't sound bitter. He sounded disappointed. Parker fought smart, used his jab, kept range, and exposed every hole in Wardley's defense. But when the chaos erupted, logic disappeared. Fabio didn't outfight Parker. He outlasted confusion. The referee stopped a fight that was Parker's to win. That's the bitter truth. Fabio didn't earn his headline. He survived it. When Fabio eventually steps up against Usyk, he'll discover that heart and hype don't win chess matches. As Jai Opataya said, adaptability is greatness. That's what separates the elite. They evolve mid-fight, adjust, and rewrite the narrative.
I mean, both guys had their moments in there. It was ebb and flow, and you know what it is, I was like, Fabio hit him with some good shots. Fabio needs to do a bit more. But Fabio's always, he's like the Deontay Wilder of the UK, man. He always has that equal there down the stretch. I mean, I think Parker blew his tank in that round before, where he literally let it out, and then kind of that was his, it wasn't what the goose cooked.
Fabio Wardley, however, remains stuck in one dimension. Swing big, look brave, hope it lands. When it doesn't, panic follows. Against Parker, that silence after a missed shot said it all. Usyk, with his movement and mastery, would expose Fabio's mechanical flaws instantly. Opataya's words aren't just analysis, they're prophecy. Boxing evolves. Fabio doesn't. And when you stop evolving, you start falling. Boxing isn't about who hits hardest. It's about who solves the puzzle first. And Fabio's still trying to figure out the first move. Dean White's brutally honest take cut through the noise. Comparing Fabio to Deontay Wilder wasn't praise. It was a warning. Power without precision is a ticking time bomb. Fabio's been living off borrowed time since his first big swing. Sure, he can punch, but so can everyone at heavyweight. The greats, Usyk, Parker, Fury, win with their minds. Fabio swings with his heart. His equalizer punch is like a lottery ticket, thrilling until it fails. Against Parker, it barely landed before controversy gave him cover. When Dean said Parker gassed out, it wasn't because Fabio broke him, it's because Parker emptied himself trying to finish a man who refused to fall. That's not dominance. That's desperation meeting chaos. The Wilder comparison fits perfectly. One-dimensional, reliant on mayhem, allergic to structure. Fabio might scare casual fans, but he doesn't fool the purists. Chaos bows to control, always. Now, with talk of Wardley facing elite names like Usyk or a Parker rematch, The illusion of invincibility stands at its breaking point. Fabio walks into arenas dressed like a destroyer, but behind that swagger is a man haunted by one truth. He didn't beat Parker. He survived him. Parker proved he could outbox him, outthink him, and expose him. Usyk would do the same, only cleaner, faster, and crueler. Because against men like Usyk, there's no chaos to hide behind. No referee to rescue, no lifeline, just skill, patience, and inevitability. Parker fights with pride. Usyk fights with genius. Fabio fights with hope. And hope isn't a strategy. When the lights shine brightest, the fans see it, the analysts know it, and soon, Fabio will too. So the question remains, are you backing Parker to restore order to the heavyweight division, or do you believe Fabio somehow escapes fate one more time? Drop your thoughts below, because this story, much like Fabio's luck, is running out fast.